5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And we'd like to welcome you to the 2009 Monrovia Day Parade.
The Monrovia Day Parade was coming up, and we had just lost our production van in the last 6 months. We'd never done this parade or any type of production like this without this production van.
The director called me in the day before, because I'm one of the lead cameramen on the job, and said, "Hey, we got this new piece of equipment, new switcher." I went, "What? What do you mean new equipment? It's like a day before the parade. What are you talking about?"
At first, I was scared. It was a couple days before the parade. Everything that I'd already figured out on what we were going to do would have to be completely changed.
As executive director, for me, what's the most important thing is that things are easy and easily accessible, and that I can do it with limited crew and limited space. Because, frankly, we're a municipal. We do a lot of municipal work. We don't have a ton of money or a ton of time to train people to use really complicated equipment. I was a little bit apprehensive going in looking at the MS-900 that we would actually be able to pull it off in a short period of time. We just simply weren't able to get the equipment until about 24 hours before the actual shoot. I was really lucky to have a great crew that could go out and learn this equipment very quickly.
Less than 24 hours to using the MS-900, we had, myself and my other camera guys, had a chance to really look at the switcher and see what we were up against here.
We were able to go down to Datavideo. We met with Daniel from Datavideo, and he went through what is the MS-900, what the inputs and outputs are, how to run it.
It looked pretty complicated, but once you start to look at it and see where all the cables and how it was all designed and put together in a very compact design, it looked pretty straightforward.
My absolute first instinct was, wow, this is going to be really easy. I tell people in our studio that it's very easy. You press 4 buttons. And in essence, that's what it ended up being.
Grabbed it, loaded it in the vehicle, in the car. Actually, it was just a car.
And I have to say I was very, very impressed with the fact that not only could we just fit this in my car, because that's literally how we got it out to the set, but that we could set it up right next to the stage. Like usually with the production van, we would have to set up at a distance because we couldn't pull the van right up to where the parade route was in the past. With the MS-900, that wasn't an issue.
Put it on the table, I busted it out. We were able to take our BNC cables that we wrapped together, we tethered together with the headsets and the audio that was going to be coming from the camera, so all three cables tethered together. Again, into the camera was just a connector to an RCA that went into it.
It was really simple. It was simple to set up, easy to use, and good communication. The director actually was a plus because he was practically right next to where all the cameramen were shooting. And he could actually have a good visual line of where his camera people are without just relying on his video scope there.
In fact, in comparison to how we would have the van, I'd be in a box completely away from the production. This way, I was actually able to feel as if I was a part of it. Right there on the street, able to look right out and see that what was coming next. Being able to watch where my handheld operators were going. In fact, being able to tell them stop right there. Where if I was in the van, I had no line of sight to my cameras. So I think that made it much easier.
We could tell exactly where we needed to be. My grip, my cable puller, excellent job. The cables are smaller, easy to use, easy to manage, no big deal.
Really, the show went off without a hitch. The show went off without a hitch, and I was impressed. I was really impressed with the MS-900, and honestly, I'm very glad that KGEM has the ability to use this kind of technology. It really puts us, I think, in a new level. I'm happy it's here.
And that's a wrap.